All right, let's get into this topic. So the question is, has the has the portrayal of homosexual couples in media gone too far?
Okay,
Okay, so
explain.
I'm basing it off of this right here. Oops, wrong button.
Okay.
That's what I want. All right, so I'll go ahead and play it.
It's what you see. They
Mm,
putting it everywhere.
yeah.
I took my grandson to see what was a movie with Buzz Light,
Toy Story.
not that one, but
Oh, the new Buzz, the Lightyear. I think it's
yeah,
called
with
Lightyear.
Kiki Palmer's in that movie.
Okay,
She
okay.
plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Kiki's mama, they move on into the space years. They move down the line. They're like, man, she had a baby with a woman. Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie, like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, I didn't come in for this. Just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie. They just said she had a baby. They both women. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
What'd you tell them?
Watch the movie. Eat this popcorn. Shh.
You said we don't know. We don't know.
It threw me for a loop. I'm like, what part of the movie was this? These are kids that we have to show that at this age. Like,
that part.
they're going to ask questions.
Yeah.
They are going to ask. I don't have the answer.
Yeah. And I don't even know the answer that's rehearsed. What am I supposed to say? What was the lady used to be did I got questions. Now I
Me
got
too.
questions.
And I was just there to go to sleep and watch the movie. That nigga woke me up. I'm in there. Huh? They just said that she had a baby. How? They both women. Oh man, damn. Yeah, eat this popcorn.
Damn.
All right, let's see. You can still hear me, right? We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. See, people are saying in the comments. Uh, this person says, "Wait till Doggy has to explain his own songs and videos." This person says, "I think most people understand the reason his grandson asked that is because the movie showing women have pregnant with each other with other women, not because they raising a baby. Not saying it's wrong, but it's hard to explain to a kid what sperm donation, I don't insect. Um, I would rather tell them shut up and eat the popcorn too. At least his Lightyear comment gave the podcast free promo. Facts. Children will be honest and say what most adults are afraid to say. Some parents just don't have that conversation with their 5 or 6 year old. Okay, so what are your thoughts about it?
Why is it in the movie? Why is it in the movie?
Oh, why is it in the movie? Okay.
Why do we got to see two women have babies in a movie? Why do we have to see anybody have babies in the movie? Just pop up with the baby. It's like some things just don't need to be. And this goes with like not just with same-sex marriages, different marriages, he-she marriages, they-she marriages, they whatever the fuck you want to call it. This goes with sexual things and any type of kid thing whatsoever. Period. Point blank. Period. Just be entertaining without introducing sex and other them days, they thems, however the fuck you want to call it. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying take it all out. It shouldn't be in there, period. Point blank. At all. That's all. I think that's all what adults are trying to say. I don't think those are saying, oh, because it's gay. Like some people be like, oh, so since it's gay, it can't be. No, it's because it's period. Kids should not. One of my favorite quotes, what I say to a lot of people is, let kids be kids. Remember how they used to let us be kids? When we used to jump into those business, they say stay out of grown folks' business.
Right.
All this stuff, they made us be kids. We wasn't trying to grow up. If you didn't even know your mama business. You didn't know everything your mama and your daddy was going through. You didn't know your mama. You knew that we didn't have money for the extra stuff, but you didn't know how broke your mama was. You didn't know how much money your mother made. You didn't know none of this stuff. Because They was letting you be a kid, going outside, playing in the dirt, being musty, smelling like outside, doing all these type of things.
Right.
But we too busy, want to let everybody know everything. It's always, just tell them, just that, no. I want my son to go through his years not worried about adult stuff, worried about kids and teenager things, worried about if he got a girl, if he get her for his first kiss and all this type of stuff. I don't want him to be worried about no bills. That's what me and your mama here for. You don't worry about that. I worry about that. That's my job.
Right.
But but us as a society want kids and everybody to grow up so fast and to grow up and to be young men and young ladies, and they never get to be the little baby girl, the little baby boy, the little teenager, the preteen, all this stuff. Everything is for people to grow up so fucking fast, and it's like, for what reason? Let them be kids. That's just it's just let them be kids.
Okay. So some people are saying that he explained.
He what?
In a way that he should have just explained in a way that the child would understand.
He shouldn't have to explain. First of all, that's his mother and his daddy's job. That's Grandpa Snoop. That's his grandfather. He don't supposed to explain that. That's mama and daddy. See, that's the thing. Everybody want to explain everything to your kids when that's your fucking parents' job to do. And that's what people are getting frustrated for. He shouldn't have to explain anything. That's his grandson. He's supposed to get his grandson sugared up, all up on energy, and take him right back to the parents. He's supposed to spoil them and send them right back to the mom and daddy. That's what his job is. But see, people always don't know how the dynamic of family works. It's the dynamic of a family, right? Am I wrong? Ain't that your mother and your father's job? To tell you how the birds and the bees going, or if you're finna have something, you're gonna let her home to the parents and say, do you want us to teach your child this? That's the parents' job. So whoever said that dumbass comment, get the fuck no, that's dumb to me. No, it's not Snoop's job to explain. He already raised his kids. That's his grandson.
So did you get the sense that he was complaining about it being in there, or better question. Do you think he was complaining about it being in the movie, or do you think he was complaining about how awkward it was that the child asked him?
It was awkward. To me, I don't think he did anything wrong. I think it was totally awkward. It put him in a position that he did not want to be in. You heard what he said. I'm over here trying to bring my grandson to a thing and get me a good nap in. I wasn't even paying attention to the fucking movie. And now my grandson waking me up, asking me this, disturbing my goddamn nap. This was my sleep time. Right. You know Snoop probably busy as hell. You know he probably busy as hell, and it's the first time he get to kick it with his grandson. So he's like, okay, I'll take you to a movie, and I get a nap in. And you there, I got you popcorn now. We in each other's presence. We cool.
Right. Yeah. So what would you think if he started to explain? Like one person that I tried to pull it up, I couldn't find it again. They said you could just explain that sometimes men are in relationships with men and they adopt kids. Women have relationships with women sometimes and they adopt kids.
That's all said and done. But just like I said for previous book, that is not Snoop's job. He is the grandfather. That is his mother and father's job. How do you know that his mother and his father want him to know about that way? Maybe they had a certain way they wanted to teach him that. You can't tell people how to raise their kids.
Right.
As long as they ain't abusing their kids and being abusive and all that other stuff, let them raise their kids and teach their kids how they want to teach them.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that when I heard that review. How do you know that the parents would be okay with Snoop explaining that to the grandchild?
That's why I say it's not Snoop's job to do that. Hopefully it's a long way down the line. When my son has kids, my job is to spoil them fucking rotten. That's my job. And send them back home with toys that get on my son and his wife or his girlfriend or his baby, whatever nerves. That's my job. is to spoil them, get them all type of sugary treats, do all the stuff that I don't really care about because they're not my kids. They're going back home.
Be humble, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What you got on this? You got an opinion?
I think one thing is think about like what's the age you would consider teaching a child about the birds and the bees. So now we learning the age, try to teach them about these type of different relationships, like 5 and 6 years old. Like that. No, I don't think a child at 5 and 6 can even like comprehend like when you tell them that.
True, them facts.
So it's
Well,
like
the child.
it's
Go ahead,
like
I'm sorry.
you want to wait till they're 12, 13, 14 to talk about birds and bees now. Like I said, now you want to shift. Now you got to talk about 5 and 6 before they even start school. It's crazy.
I gauge it off of what I've been asking myself that question. When would what is an appropriate? What do I think is an appropriate age to have that conversation? And my thoughts center around when they start teaching about it in health class in school, which is around about fourth grade, which is about 8 years old. So it's in one hand, even saying that sounds weird, like talking to an 8-year-old about that. But on the flip side, his grandson knew that women and men it's supposed to be men and women that get pregnant, not women and women.
Because there's a natural order that we understand without even talking. And
That's fire, Maul.
he uh he grows he's in a household where the natural order is in place. Like the grandson sees the natural order at his grandfather, in Snoop's house.
Yeah, it's tough to say because I think that one comment, the first comment that in the video that said, "Wait until his son starts watching his grandfather's video, or his grandson starts watching his grandfather's videos and listening to his music and stuff." What do you think about that correlation?
That's a whole different correlation. He was sitting up here going to just tell him that's just the way we talk when we came up. That's real easy to explain. Come on now.
Yeah, and then more than likely the kid, think about it. There's a the kid will be older the way it's supposed to be. The child should be older by the time he comes into contact with his grandfather's music. Because at the end of the day, what's the parental advisory is for the music? If you go by the parental advisory, the music is not really available for the 5 and 6 year old. So at that point, when you become of age to listen to the music, yes, he could explain it to him. What's to be negative about explaining to a preteen or a teenager about what he was talking about? But I feel as though he's like offended or feeling some type of way that he was just because if you look at the what was the Toy Story they're talking about, right? The other Toy Stories were not like that at all.
Yeah,
That's the like he because he's old enough to be when the first Toy Story came out, so none of that was in there. None of that was in the previous ones. So it's like I'm thinking I'm just gonna take my grandson, nice little movie. I can get me a nap. I'm getting woke up
Thank
out
you.
of the nap, and this is what's being going on in the movie.
Thank you.
Yes. So he was surprised. But if you notice, this is one thing I say this all the time. You'll see in these movies and these TV shows, they do more with the LGBTQ community than you see like interracial. You see more of that. It's like they skipped the whole interracial thing. Like throw that in the trash. We moved on. Like you'll see more of that than you'll see interracial.
That's interesting. So they skipped white man, black woman, black man, white woman. They just went straight to the LGBT.
Yeah, you see more. Yeah, the gay couples stuff like that on movies and TV shows now than you even see. If you think about it, think about like some of your favorite TV shows. You hardly ever seen like interracial. But
Yeah,
even
no,
movies,
it was either same race That's it. Yeah, it wasn't never really no. I ain't never really seen no hit TV show or hit sitcom with an interracial couple.
That's
If you really
interesting.
think about it. I've never seen that before.
And then
I'm
on
not
top of
saying
that,
it's out there, but yeah, they kind of skipped that and just moved on.
too, even with the same race couples, I don't even recall them really seeing them be too romantic with each other. Like the only thing I could think of, only show I could think of where it was like, kind a little bit on the a little bit on the edgy side was Martin, because he would have times where he would feel on Gina and stuff.
Yeah, like kiss all over and stuff.
Yeah, but
And the crazy part about that is that's considered a comedy show. It wasn't
right,
like the Cosbys or stuff like that. It wasn't like more serious, dramatic show. It was more comedy, and he's doing it out of like being silly. That's the way it was kind of looked at.
yeah, over the top humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a good point, man. That's a good point. My thought process on it is absolute. I'm absolutely tired of it. It's one thing, like I 100% agree with Snoop. Even if like, what if I imagine, just like y'all said twice already, he went in that movie thinking, "Oh, this is Toy Story kids. This is Toy Story kids can watch this. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna chill, spend some time with my grandson, even though I'm knocked out." And then he kind of got punched in the face and caught off guard with this. So it's one thing for it to be in the show, but it's another thing to do what it seems like Disney and many other companies are doing and pushing an agenda. There you go. Like, since when are you online with your camera off? But no, but yeah, it's one thing to just like in the Flash, right? I used to watch the Flash. That was
The TV show?
pretty decent, huh?
The TV show? You
Yeah,
talking about the TV show?
yeah.
Okay.
I was watching it, binge watching it. It was cool. It was cool. And later on, Kid Flash comes and he's gay. Was it okay? Now it's one thing for it to be him to if he was gay in the comics. I don't know. Is this show even following the comics? But I guess with all these different universes they put in these shows, or in like behind Marvel and DC, he's gay somewhere. But no, man, I was actually talking with someone about Toy Story today, and they were saying that they would be excited to see another Toy Story. I'm thinking about the Toy Story from the first one,
Yeah.
maybe the second one, but at maybe about three is when it started. Three and after is when it started going crazy. They had, and there's different toys that represent different social agendas. Can't y'all just make a movie?
I,
Can't y'all just make a movie, please?
I'm gonna give you a little bit of pushback, Two Spaces, because I agree with you, but I gotta give you a little pushback. Why do we always think it's a social agenda though? Why just can't we just like look at it and just be cool with like, okay, it's just a movie. I'm not looking at it from no social point of view. I'm not looking at it from, oh, this is in here for that. This black, white, this is a slave map. I'm just looking at it for it's just a goddamn movie. It always is where people try to dissect some stuff and try to be like the fake woke, and I'm gonna be the first to say this, and I'm gonna be. Why we just can't just look at it like no, like it's just a movie. That's it. Don't think about nothing else. Don't try to make it figure out to be nothing else. And you can obviously you can be right, Spaces. You can be totally right with what you just said. But I'm just gonna give you a little bit of pushback on why we just can't look at things just for what they are. It's just a movie. I'm not gonna look at it for no more.
Like, I want to. I really want to look at it through that lens. God. Yeah, I really want to look at it through that lens of it's just a movie. And Toy Story 1 was just a movie. But the thing is, people emulate what it is that they see and hear. So, like, for when I was a kid, I used this example before. I wanted to be a Power Ranger because I saw how dope it looked on the TV. Ninja Turtle.
Then where you was too bright to be a motherfucking a Power Ranger.
I was close enough. They had Trini was yellow.
Who?
Trini was Asian.
Nigga, you not that yellow. You yellow. You high yellow, but you ain't that damn yellow.
But no, man. The reason why I want to, but you know, just like with we see it all the time. You know, kids, people see stuff on TV, hear things, and they emulate it.
Yeah, but no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it's that's just the I think that's just the way the brain works. I know that's how my brain works. I'm going to here just to watch a movie. I want to watch a movie. And again, if they were in the show or if they were in the movie, cool. But it's different when you clearly are trying to point out that this is what we're trying to say about this particular situation. And I don't like it.
Yeah, and that's why I say I got to give you a little pushback because I just want to be because I always think about that. But you're all right. It is to where I see it on both ends. I sit on the ends and we're like, bro, how are we constantly getting this in movies? Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man.
Everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Shows, bro. I went to DC. It's a whole lot, bro.
Oh yeah, y'all can have steps right there. Don't y'all got steps that's going up to leading the highway to heaven for the gay steps? I'm just
it's I don't know. The church. I think I deleted the picture, but the church had rainbow steps going up to it. It's an agenda. It's an agenda. It's being pushed heavily. I don't like it, man. I'm tired of it. Just make a movie. Just make a show.
I feel you. That's why I say I got to give you a little pushback, but I'm on the fence. I'm with you both ways. I'm with it both ways because that's why I just stopped. Like I understand where you're coming from. Like your brain just worked. Like it's just like I can't turn off. People say I'm so observant because I be seeing everything. Even though I don't say shit, I be to see some shit, and I just keep moving and doing what I'm doing. And I've had to learn not to say nothing because I can fuck around and say something about every little thing that go around, and I drive myself crazy.
Yeah,
so I just keep it, huh?
I had that too. I would be observing all these different things. Why does that look like that? Did you notice that was that color? This person got a little lip.
So I just peep some stuff, and then somebody asked me about something, and then I could tell them the whole scenario. Like, you saw all that? I'm like, yeah. You didn't see that? I don't know. I just guess that's just how, like you said, that's just how my brain works. But I try to leave it to not go that route because that shit do drive you crazy and it do get on your nerves.
It does. All right, let's move on to this. That's all y'all got for that, right?
Yeah.
All right, so move on to this next thing that Maul sent us.